Another fine evening in Tallahassee, Florida. Hi everyone, Anthony R. the Captain here with the Alpha League Championship Series Game 5 between the Nevada Sundogs and the Tallahassee Lassies, who are leading the series 3-1. They're looking to end the series in advance against the Garden State Queens, while the Sundogs try to force a Game 6. But how about that last game from Game 4? What a miraculous comeback from the Tallahassee Lassies in the 5th inning, coming from a 7-0 deficit and coming back to make a 9-7 game. But anyway, let's jump into Game 5. We're going to take a look at the starting lineup of the visiting Nevada Sundogs, and as you can see, they're going to be using the same lineup as last time, and Mo Sanders is going to be the pitcher. They're going to be squaring off against Jessica Alba. That being said, let's go to the playing field. In steps Lindsey Francis to begin the game. And on the ground, Alba picks it up. Their throw to first is in time. Shea Brown, Warrior Princess, is up. And on the ground, and Alba will make the tag. See what Bill Barker does. Can this be a 3-pitch inning? And it won't. It's ball 1. And swing and a miss, 1-1. Comes up into once more, 1-2. The old 1-2. Got him swinging. Nothing doing here. Lassie's coming to bat. Before they do, let's take a look at the starting lineup. And as you can see, they're going to use the same lineup as last time. And Jessica Alba's going to be the pitcher. They're going to be squaring off against Mo Sanders. In steps Rebel Wilson. And in the air to right, over to Shea Brown. And 1 pitch, 1 gone. Let's see what Angelina Jolie does. And zips it by her. 86 on the gun. And way early on that one. The 0-2. And got her. Say goodnight. J-Lo's up next. And in the liner to center base hit. Let's see what Anna Kendrick does. And swing and a miss, 0-1. And comes up empty once more. And in the air to left, Denise Loden. And the side is retired. 1 left for the Lassies, no score. To the top of the 2nd we go. Tim Washington's up next. And backs up a little bit, 0-1. 0-2. 2-1, excuse me. And Chuck Woolery count. Chuck Woolery. And got him swinging. See what Sam Martin does. And juts it foul. And 0-2. And say goodnight. Weston Montgomery's up. See if he can make things happen. And as it back up a little bit, 1-0. 1-1 comes up empty. And tries to give him the chase, but he wisely ways off. 2-1. And 3-1 now. And ball 4. Off, not by much. Let's see what Mark Weber does. And on the ground, foul. And swing and a miss. Comes up empty. And tries to get him to say goodnight, but it's 1-2. Got him swinging. 1 left for the Sundogs. No score. Mariah Carey's going to be kicking things off for the bottom of the 2nd. And in there for strike 1. And swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. 0-2. The 0-2. And and say goodnight. Let's see what Kalani Hilliker does. Ooh, way early on that one, 0-1. And swings and misses and ball in the dirt, 0-2. And tries to get her to say goodnight, but just misses, 1-2. And on the ground, foul. And Chuck Woolery count. The Chuck Woolery. And got her. Jennifer Garner's up next. The number 7 hitter. And over to left, base hit. And that's going to equal extra bases. So runner at second, 2 gone. And then steps Chloe Lukasiak. And swinging and misses in the dirt, 0-1. As look for Garner now the pitch. And foul over to left. Say goodnight. 1 left for the Lassies once again. To the top of the third we go. 8-9 and top of the lineup. Starting with Denise Loden. And Wisely lays off, 1-0. And just nips the outside corner, 1-1. And misses badly on that ball outside, 2-1. And on the ground, foul. And got her swinging. Mo Sanders, the pitcher, is up next. And pitcher versus pitcher, so it's 1-0. And over to shallow right center. And falls in front of the diving Kalani Hilliker. So base hit for Mo Sanders. And back to the top of the lineup for Lindsey Francis. In there for strike 1. And 0-2. Say goodnight. Let's see what Shea Brown does. And has to back up a little bit, is 1-0. And pop up under his Alba. And the side is retired. Again, 1 left for the Sundogs. Still goose eggs. Cleaning off the top of the lineup is Jessica Alba, rounding out the lineup. And Justin Fowler over to the left side. Pitcher versus pitcher. And easy to lay off on that one. 1-1. And on the ground, Sam Martin over to Rusty Montgomery for out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup for Rebel Wilson. And had the distance, but it's well foul. And 1-1. And in the air to left, under is Loden, and Rebel Wilson's retired. Angeline Jolie is up. Strikeout vector first trip. And swing and misses a ball in the garden hose, 0-1. Easy layoff on that one outside, 1-1. And just it over to the right. And throw from third to first is in time. 1-2-3 go the Lassies. To the top of the fourth we go, starting with Bill Barker, the third baseman, who struck out his first trip. And backs up, 1-0. And over in center, base hit. And this is going to equal extra bases for sure. And rounding second, heading to third. So it's going to be leadoff triple for Captain America, Bill Barker. And time to make way for Big Nasty Tim Washington as he tries to capitalize on this. 2-0. And in here, opposite field, out of here! Big Nasty hits an opposite field 2-run Johnson. And the goose egg is cracked for the Sundogs. Let's see what Sam Martin does. And right down Broadway, 0-1. And swings and misses badly, 0-2. Say goodnight. Rusty Montgomery's up. Walked his first trip. And nips the outside corner 0-1. And just misses by a little 1-1. And almost got him 2-1. And swing and misses. Chuck Woolery count. The Chuck Woolery. And over and left. And under it is Angelina. Let's see what Mark Webber does. He's strikeout victim his first trip. And 1-0. And 2-0 inside this time. And on the ground, Garner to Rebel Wilson, and the side is retired. 2-run Johnson from Big Nasty Tim Washington. 2-0 is the score. Head to the bottom of the fourth for J-Lo. Swings and misses, 0-1. 1-1 now. And on the ground, gets past the infielders, and it's going to be a base hit. Throw comes back in quickly. And so in steps Anna Kendrick. And runner on the move. And runner retreats. And base hit. So it's first and second, no one gone. And in steps Mariah Carey. She struck out her first trip. And swing and miss the ball in the dirt, 0-1. And swing and miss again. Strike 2 into the dirt. 1-2 now. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 in favor of the Sundogs. Chuck Woolery count now. The Chuck Woolery. And over to the left center field gap, base hit. 1 run's going to score, if not 2. Scoring is J-Lo. Scoring is Anna Kendrick. And Anna Kendrick's going to be held up at third. Let's see what Kalani Hilliker does. And it's ball 1. And just a foul. And 2-1 now. And over on the ground. Throw home, but everybody's safe. No one's going anywhere. And let's see what Jennifer Garner does with the bases loaded. No one gone, who doubled her last trip. And swing and misses ball the letters 0-1. Outside, easy layoff, 1-1. Inside, 2-1. And just at foul. And ball 3. Foul pitch coming. And in the air, the right, playable, foul ground, and it's going to drop foul. And on the ground, tag him out, tag him out. Chloe Lukasiak's up. And runners go. And just it over to the right, base hit. 1 run's going to score. Chloe Lukasiak on her way to second, and she will make it. So we're all knotted at 2, folks. Jessica Alba makes her way to the plate. Pitcher versus pitcher, runners go. And early on that, and the runners retreat. And swing and miss the ball, the letters 0-2. And 1-2. And on the ground, and throw to first, and no more shall pass. Lassies get 2. It's a Chuck Woolery game, 2-2. Let's see what Denise Sloan does as we're getting ready for the top of the 5th. And over to right center, who has it? It's Anna Kendrick for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Time to make way for Mo Sanders, the pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher in this one. And 1-0. And over Shao center, and it's going to fall. And out by a mile over at second, Mo Sanders. Back to the top of the order we go for Lindsey Francis. And swing and a miss, 0-1. And swing and a miss, 0-2. Say goodnight. Nothing doing this time around. To the bottom of the fifth. It's a Chuck Woolery game. Time to make way for Rebel Wilson for the top of the lineup. And on the ground, Mo Sanders has it over Montgomery for out number 1. Angelina Jolie's up 0-2 in the game. Way outside, 1-0. And over in center, a base hit. Goher runs at first. 1 gone, and in steps J-Lo, who's 2 for 2 in the game. And it's going to be a base hit. And scoring. And we're going to be having runners in scoring position with 1 gone. And in steps Anna Kendrick. And over in center, runners tag up. Here comes the throw. Here comes the runner. And it's going to be 3-2 in favor of the Lassies. Angelina Jolie scores, and in steps Mariah Carey. And on the ground, foul. Let's look at J-Lo, now the pitch. And just it over to the right, base hit. Scoring is J-Lo. To second is Mariah Carey. And she will make it with an RBI double. 4-2 is in favor of the Tallahassee Lassies. In steps Kalani Hilliker. And we're going to have a pitching change. Jamie Konomak. Nowhere close, 1-0. And on the ground, back over to Konomak. Konomak over to Montgomery for out number 3. 2 more runs score for the Lassies. To the top of the 6th we go, starting with Shea Brown, who's 0 for 2 in the game. And, that could have been one way or the other, but it's strike 1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And on the ground, over to Rebel Wilson, and she'll take it herself. 3 unassisted. Let's see what Bill Barker does. He tripled his last trip. And over inside, ball 1. And swing and a miss, 1-1. And on the ground, over to J-Lo. J-Lo over to Rebel for out number 2. Let's see what Tim Washington does. 2-run Johnson his last trip. And in the dirt for ball 1. And on the ground, Garner. Garner over to Rebel Wilson for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Sundogs. They still trail it 4-2. To bottom of the 6th we go, starting with the bottom of the lineup for Jennifer Garner. And over in right center, base hit. And this is going to equal extra bases. So this is going to be a leadoff double for Jennifer Garner. Time to make way for Chloe Lukasiak. And swing and miss the ball in the dirt, 0-1. Tails outside, 1-1. And swing and miss, 1-2 now. And nails it over to left, base hit. Scoring is Garner. To second is Lukasiak. 5-2 is score. And Jessica Alba makes her way to the plate, and she's going to be remaining in the game for the time being. Way outside, 1-0. Showing bunt, and lays down 1 perfectly. And it's going to be a successful sacrifice as the runner moves to third. Time to make way for Rebel Wilson. And just it over to left. Scorer is Chloe Lukasiak. To second is Rebel Wilson, and she will remain at first. 6-2 in favor of the Lassies. Lassies are looking to take the series home over here in Tallahassee. And they're the ones who are going to be scoring off against the Garden State Queens, but the Sundogs are going to be trying to force a game 6. And swing and a miss, 1-2. And 2-2. Chuck Woolery count. The Chuck Woolery. And full count now. And throw over to first. And the runner back. And got her swinging. Let's see what J-Lo does. 3 for 3 in the game. She's on fire. And she will get caught by Shea Brown, and the side is retired. 2 more runs scored, 6-2 in favor of the Lassies, and Sam Barnes is going to be making his way to the plate. And juts it foul. And in there, inside, 1-1. And 1-2. And got him swinging. Time to make way from Rusty Montgomery. And just nips the outside corner or so, I think, 0-1. And back over to Alba over to Rebel for out number 2. Next up's Mark Weber, who's 0 for 2 in the game. And juts it foul. Top of the 7th, 6-2 is the score in favor of Tallahassee. And 2-1. And in there for strike 2. The Chuck Woolery. And got him. Time to get up and stretch. Santa Kendra's going to be leading things off in the Lassies half. And in steps Anna Kendrick. Sack flyer last trip. And in the center, base hit. See what Mariah Carey does. 2 doubles in her last 2 trips. And on the ground, throw over second, and out there. And that's all they're going to get. Kalani Hilliker makes her way to the plate. And 1-0. And swing and a miss. 1-1. And in there for strike 2. And 2-2. His local Mariah, now the Chuck Woolery. And on the ground, this could be 2. Out of second. And 2 for the price of 1 for the Sundogs. Go to the top of the 8th. Start with hitter number 8, Denise Loden. And we're going to have a pitching change over in the Lassies. Kelly Clarkson's going to be taking over on the mound. And deep drive, opposite field. Home run! Solo shot for Denise Loden. Sundogs coming back. Lead's cut in half. 6-3. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's going to be it for Jamie Conomack. The Abraham, or Janet Abraham's going to be taking over at the plate. And it's going to be in left center. And who has it? It's Anna Kendrick. And Lindsey Francis makes her way to the plate, to top of the lineup. 0 for 3 in the game. And it gets past the infielders and for a base hit. Shea Brown, 0 for 3 in the game, makes her way to the plate. And 1-0. And swing and miss, 1-1. Time runs at the on-deck circle. And deep drive! Gone! Shea Brown makes her Warrior Princess yell as she rounds the bases. A 2-run Johnson for Shea Brown. 6-5 is the score. Bill Barker's at the plate, and he's the potential tying run. And the go-ahead run waits on deck. Swing and a miss, 1-0. 0-1, excuse me. And base hit for Bill Barker, and then some. And he's heading to second, and he will make it. Time run score position. Go-ahead run at the plate. Big nasty Tim Washington. And pop up under us Chloe. 2 down in the 8th. Sam the Flame Martin, all 3 strikeouts is 3 trips. And Anna Kendrick's going to be putting it away for out number 3. 3 more runs score for the Sundogs. 6-5 is the score. And we're going to head to the bottom of the lineup for bottom of inning number 8, and Karen Madison's going to be taking over for the Sundogs on the mound. And tails back inside. Public enemy number 1, 0-1. And swing and a miss, 0-2. Say goodnight. Chloe Kaziak's up next. 2 doubles in her last 2 trips. Ooh, tails back. Almost got her, but it's 1-0. And tails outside, 2-0. And swing and a miss, 2-1. And strike 2. Looks at that one. The Chuck Woolery. And full count now. And ball 4. And we're going to be having a pinch hitter. That's going to be it for Kelly Clarkson. Drew Barrymore, also a talk show extraordinaire, takes over. Let's look at Chloe now, the pitch. And just it over to the left side, base hit. And to third is Chloe Lukasiak. To second is Drew Barrymore. So runners are going to be in scoring position. And we go back to the top of the order for Rebel Wilson. One and 0. And lays off the ball in the dirt, 2-0. We can be right back in Nevada, Las Vegas for Game 3, should the Sundogs win. For Game 6, should the Sundogs win. And 3-1 now. And full count now. Runners go. And juts it over. Throw to first. And the other runners are going to be retreat. Angeline Jones up next. Runners in score position with 2 gone. And over in base hit, that's going to get the runners home. And it's going to be 8-5 in favor of the Tallahassee Lassies. J-Lo's up next. And tries to tail back inside, but just doesn't get the outside corner. 1-0. And a base hit. That'll equal run. And that'll equal extra bases for... And they're round to second and heading for third. So it's a Dolly Parton game, 9-5. Let's see what Anna Kendrick does. And we're going to have a pitcher change. Posse, the Shalene Machine, is taking over on the mound for the Sundogs. Swing and a miss for Anna Kendrick. 0-1. Oh, almost got her. 1-1. And tails back inside just in time. 2-1. And lays off. Chuck Woolery count. And juts it foul over to left. And got her looking. It's a Dolly Parton game. 9-5 in favor of the Lassies. Last chance for the Sundogs. And Pink is going to be trying closing the door. And back over to Pink. Pink over to Rebel for out number 1. With Rusty Montgomery retired, here's in steps Mark Weber. And 1-0. And 2-0. And just over to Rebel Wilson. And she'll take it herself. Last chance for the Sundogs with Denise Loden, who homered her last trip. And she did it again, folks! She did it again! Like the Yogi said, it ain't over till it's over. And now more than ever, truer words have never been spoken. It's now 9-6 in favor of the Lassies. And we're going to be having a pinch hitter for Posse Shalene, Malibu Stacy Blitch. And pop up, Chloe, ball game. All right, folks, now the stage is set. 9-6 is the final score, and the Lassies win the Alpha League Championship Series. And Jessica Alba, the winning pitcher, losing pitcher, Mo Sanders. And take a look at the line score. 9-6 is the final score. And now the stage is set, folks. And before we get to the stage finally being set, let's take a look at the homers. We've had quite several homers. Tim Washington, Denise Lowell, and Shea Brown, but it's the Lassies that got the job done. All right, folks, now the stage is set for the Tiller Tournament Series Finals. We have the Tallahassee Lassies taking on the reigning International Women's State Champions, Garden State Queens. This is going to be intense, folks. This is a rematch for this past year's International Women's Day game, and this from earlier this year, for that matter. And they're going to be fighting for one prize, and that's the Tiller Tournament Series Championship. And we hope to see you in August for the Tiller Tournament Series Finals. And for now, this is Anthony Hart, the captain, saying so long until the Tiller Tournament Series Finals. And once again, as I say always, do it for Michael Tiller!